Dear students, welcome you all for the ninth session of the second chapter of GST, Bachelor of Commerce, 6th semester, Mangalore University. So in this session, we are going to discuss three important concepts of GST, that is reverse charge mechanism, location of the supplier, and location of the recipient. So this is my presentation. So we will discuss first reverse charge, then location of the supplier, then location of the recipient. Let me discuss first, that is reverse charge mechanism. So what is reverse charge? So meaning itself says it is reverse. Okay, charge means on the person who is paying the tax. So it is reverse now. Usually in GST, the person who is making the supply has to pay the tax. But here it is vice versa. The person who is purchasing or receiving the goods has to pay the tax. So that is called as reverse charge mechanism. So normally supplier of goods and services pays tax on supply, but under reverse charge mechanism, the recipient of the goods and services is liable to pay GST instead of supplier. Applicability of reverse charge, where it is applied, on which cases. So first case to which reverse charge mechanism apply is supply from an unregistered dealer to a registered dealer. So when you are making a supply, okay, or when you are receiving the goods from an unregistered dealer, so that time instead the person who is receiving the goods, person who is selling the goods need not pay the tax. Why? Because he is unregistered. He is not at all registered under GST and he is not liable for GST. So instead of unregistered dealer, the recipient of the goods has to pay the tax. So that is in case of transaction between unregistered dealer and registered dealer. If both are unregistered and unregistered, no problem. But if it is registered and unregistered, then the registered dealer has to pay the tax. So even though he is making a purchase, actually on purchase need not pay tax, but here registered dealer has to pay the tax. Then services through an e-commerce operator. So if any supply is made or any services are made through e-commerce operator, then the person who is giving the service need not, he will not pay the tax, rather than the e-commerce operator has to pay the tax. So it is again reverse charge. So e-commerce operators are, for example, Amazon. There are so many e-commerce websites. Okay, Amazon is there, eBay is there, Flipkart is there, okay, Myntra is there. There are so many. So they have to pay the tax. Then supply of certain goods and services as specified by Central Board for Excise and Customs. So they will have a list of goods and services on which reverse charge mechanism will apply. So that's all regarding reverse charge mechanism. Now let's discuss location of the supplier. Before that, who is a supplier? A supplier is someone who supplies any goods or services. So any person who makes any sale of goods and services is known as a supplier. A supplier can be an agent acting on behalf of a supplier for the supply of goods or services. So even the agent also, if he makes any transaction on behalf of the supplier, he is considered as the supplier. Then location of the supplier. Very important to find out is, where does the supplier locate from? Where is his place? Okay, so there may be some problems or there may be some confusions in deciding the location of the supplier. For that, GST has given a solution. So it says that location of the supplier is usually where a place of where a supply is made from. So from wherever you make a supply is the place of supplier, location of the supplier. But it is as mentioned in the principal place of business on the GST registration certificate. So in registration certificate, you have to mention which is your principal place of business. You may have so many places. Okay, you may have so many places, but one place or head office, as head office you have to mention, this is my head office, this is my principal place of business. That will be the location of the supplier if it is there. Then, so in case of supply which is made from a place which is other than what is mentioned in the GST certificate, then where shall be the place of supply or location of the supply? Then the location of the supply shall be the place of supply from where you are making the supply. For example, now Bangalore is your head office or principal place of business, that is mentioned in the registration certificate, but you are making a supply from Chennai. Now Chennai shall be the location of the supplier. Then if the supplier makes the supply from more than one location, for example, you are making a supply from Bangalore, Chennai and Delhi. Now where shall be the place of supply, location of the supply? So GST says location of the supply shall be a place which is most directly concerned with the supply. For example, even though you are making the supply from Bangalore, Chennai or Delhi, you are receiving the money only in Bangalore. Then Bangalore shall be the place of supply, location of the supplier. Then, so in all the three cases, it is not possible to determine. Okay, in all the three cases. Now, where shall be the location of the supplier? So the location of the supplier shall be the place of residence of the supplier. That's all. Where he resides, there will be a permanent address for the supplier. So that shall be the place of or location of the supplier. So that's all from location of the supplier. Now let's go to the recipient of the location of the recipient. Now who is a recipient? So recipient means any person who is liable for the consideration for the supply of goods or services, or liable for the payment of consideration for the supply of goods and services. In the sense, one who makes the payment is recipient, or one who receives the goods and makes the payment. That person is considered as a recipient. Now imagine there is no consideration at all. That time who is the recipient? So if there is no consideration, then person to whom goods are delivered or made available, or one who uses the goods or service, shall be the recipient. That is in case where there is no consideration payable. So the recipient word is not only for any trader, it is also applicable to the agent also. The word shall also apply to the reference to an agent acting on behalf of a recipient, on behalf of the principal. For example, recipient is on behalf of recipient, agent is receiving the goods or agent is making the payment, then the recipient shall be agent itself. Okay, now let's discuss the location of the recipient. So in the case of recipient also, location shall be his place of business, which is mentioned in the GST certificate. So that's what GST says. The location of the recipient usually refers to the place of business that reflects on the GST registration certificate. But what happens is, if you are receiving the goods in a place other than what is mentioned in the GST certificate, then where shall be the place of location of the recipient? Then location of the recipient shall be the place where you receive the goods. Okay, that shall be the place of or location of the recipient. Then the location of that place can be used as a location of the recipient. Then if the recipient receives, so here also, if the recipient receives the goods and services at more than one place, maybe Bangalore, Chennai, Delhi. So at this time, what shall be the location of the recipient? So the location of the recipient shall be the location most directly concerned with the receipt of the supply. Okay, for example I'm saying, so even though you receive the goods in different three places, in Bangalore you make the payment, so then Bangalore shall be the place of location of the recipient. In all the three cases, if there is no, or if it is not possible to locate the place of the recipient, then yes, of course, it is the usual place of residence of the recipient shall be the location of the recipient. That is as mentioned in the location of the supplier. So that's all from this session. We have discussed three concepts here: reverse charge mechanism, then location of the supplier, and location of the recipient. So thank you for watching this video. Thank you.